Hey, I'm Brian, and welcome to Vinyl.paints, special summer beach edition. It seems like all the comic books and video games are jumping on the swimsuit editions right now, so I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon myself and release my own video, Swimsuit Edition, featuring Cyberpunk Edgerunners. This video is going to have a little bit more music than voiceover, and that's because I've been so slammed with work, conventions, trying to get paintings done, that something had to give. And unfortunately, I find the thing that takes up the most amount of time on the Vinyl.paints channel is doing voiceovers. Not so much the voiceover itself, but editing the audio. But don't worry, there's going to be plenty more videos in the future, and I have so many projects and videos that I'm so excited to share with you. You're just going to have to wait a little bit more time. This isn't the first time that I've visited Edgerunners. In fact, I think this anime is amazing, and I just love visiting it, not only for the style, but the colors and the amazing action sequences, and just being able to revisit this world is always fun for me. But every time I paint Edgerunners, I've always felt the palette or the color choices available in cell vinyl paints limiting. I feel like it's just not vibrant enough or neon enough, or have that little bit of edge that I need in order to really do the cartoon justice or the anime justice. So for this painting, I did something a little bit out of my comfort zone. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get the colors I want out of the traditional Chromacolor, Lopo, and any other paint that cell vinyl paint that's available. I wanted something brighter, something flashier, and I didn't know how to achieve that. So this right here is my experimentation, my foray into pigment mixing. I actually went about buying pigment and different colors to put into the cell vinyl paint to kind of give it a richness and brightness. And as you'll see in this video, it had some mixed results. Not only did I want to mix the bright colors, but I also wanted to really delve into those blues and purples that I also find are pretty well represented by the paints, but just trying to get something a little bit different. And as you'll see as well, it had some successes and some things I wish I would have done a little bit differently. So this is a bit of a spoiler, but I think it's important to talk about. I actually am pretty satisfied with how this one turned out. But one of the things that I think is the most important thing to making it pop or making it look a little bit better is actually doing colored outlines. Had I done this just single tone or done like black outlines, I don't think it would be anywhere near as vibrant or pop as much. So here at the beginning of this video, you can see that a lot of the outlines were actually done in color. Now, because of, once again, I'm mixing paint here and mixing pigments even, I'm not going to get exactly the one-to-one matches that I need, but it still doesn't, but it didn't really matter. They were close enough that it gives it a little bit of pop and a little bit of beauty to it that I don't think I would have achieved had I just done this a single tone or with black outlines. For this painting, I mixed a few different neon pigments. The yellow you'll see on the bars of his shorts, the orange, the green, and then two versions of the pink. I think that the two pinks really popped, and I'm very satisfied with them. Enough so that I'm actually mixing my own batches of them for future use on other projects. The orange worked well, but it did have some opacity issues. I think I need to find a better base paint in order to kind of develop it, but it does have some really good potential in the future. The green also turned out pretty fantastic. It didn't have really that luminescent look that I wanted it to as much as the other ones, but it was still way more vibrant than any of the other cell vinyl paints available, and it definitely feels like it's its own thing rather than just a mixing of paint. The one that I would say was probably my most disappointing is probably the yellow. It looks relatively decent, but it just doesn't have that brightness or safety vest yellow that I was expecting from it. One of the other things that I really experimented in this was pushing my skin tones. When I did the first pass or the shadow tone on David, I was really worried. It was so much purple in that skin tone that I was worried that it wouldn't really stand out or that it would look awkward. Trying to match a skin tone of that color has not really been something I've done before, so I was really worried how it would turn out, and I'm very pleased with how it turned out, and even more pleased how this offsetting color, the lighter skin tone, worked. In general, I think him and Lucy just look absolutely phenomenal, and since I was starting from like mixing the paints from the beginning on these ones and including obviously some different pigments as well, I can't be happier with how they turned out. Now Rebecca, I have a bit of a mixed feeling on her because there are aspects of her that I really like, and then there are aspects where I'm like, maybe I should have done a little bit differently. The source material that I used for this, she had more of a purplish skin, and I think that's because of the neon lighting. Even though she has more of a greenish, sea foam kind of actual skin tone. In hindsight, I think I should have probably still gone with her natural green, tealish kind of seafoam skin color. Like the purple is just a little bit too dark and she looks a little bit more like, I don't know, purple Smurf. I still think she looks amazing, but it's just, I'm one of those things where it's like, I wish I would have done it a little bit different. But here's the thing, the original test I did of that was much lighter, and unfortunately when you're dealing with pigments and you're putting them into paints, sometimes you think you have the right measurements and then you're slightly off and you get something radically different. And in her case, she turned out a little bit more purple than I had intended. The one thing though on her that I'm so proud of is the pink. I think the pinks and the green, having never worked with pigments to this scale before, just turned out absolutely phenomenal. As I've already said, I actually mixed the batch to keep because this is something that I can reuse. And one of the things about this neon palette that you see in like the 80s, I think it really works well in cell animation, but at the time, I don't know if they had a way of actually translating that on the screen. So I'm really proud of this and I look forward to using it in actually an animation in the future. It's actually a bit of a weird feeling, this whole working with pigments thing, because I realize I have ambitions in terms of doing animations and stuff, and I realize I don't think the current colors I have will be sufficient. And even if I were to mix them with each other in large batches, I don't think I would really get all the true colors that I want. So I'm going to continue mixing with pigments and trying to get new colors and push what pigments work with cell vinyl paints, which ones don't. And as I develop this knowledge, I will make sure to share it with you guys. This actually also led me down a rabbit hole of wondering, can I make my own cell vinyl paint? The answer is no, at least not yet. But I have reached out to Cell Vinyl Paint. I don't know if they're around anymore, saying, hey, how do you make paint? And just trying to figure it out, because if I want to get into larger projects, I'm going to get into this point where I need specific colors in large quantities, and I don't really know how to do that given the current availability of cell vinyl paints. The beauty shots of this don't really do the painting justice. Unfortunately, I had to rush this one into a frame for the convention, and it does look good in these photographs, but it doesn't look nearly as sharp or vibrant as it could. And I wish I would have done a better job of taking beauty shots, because this painting to me it stands out as something special. The skin tones, the different divides with the colored line arts, all these things really amplify this painting. And yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed with how purple Rebecca turned out. Just the hair on Lucy, just doing those different tones with pigments on her hair. Like, to me, this is, I'm definitely pushing my abilities. I don't even know as a painter so much as like a paint maker, not really a maker, but paint mixer. It was really definitely a fun experience. One that took way more time than I would have thought, but it was a fun adventure that I would love to try again. I have a lot of exciting content coming up on this channel. I know this was a little bit of an irregular post. I feel like it's almost been a month since my last one, and now you're getting a partial narrated video. But there is some good stuff on the way, and I'm excited to share with you. Once again, thanks for watching. I'm Brian, and this is Vinyl Paints.